Welcome to RFP Match on Demand. We're excited you're here and look forward to sharing a trove of rich resources that will help you sell and market to your customers. First, let's get logged in. Go to www.rfpmatchondemand.com. Click on Login. Enter your username and password. And now you have a virtual funding assistant at your fingertips. You can use our tool while preparing for a sales call, but please note it is also mobile friendly. So don't forget to take us with you on your next meeting. On the landing page, you will see the following: the latest funding trends, state information, a sample funding insight, a couple of grants, and at the very bottom, more resources. You can click on any of these to get more information. Now, let's take a look at the menu bar at the top. We're going to explore each of these areas so that you can quickly and easily navigate your way through our tool. Now, let's get started. The first step, and the best proven strategy for funding, is to create a funding alignment. We begin with the heart of the system and what we call Show Me the Money, as it helps us think about the biggest problem you often face. I love your product, but don't have any money. Please click on Grants in the menu bar. Our system is built on the Every Student Succeeds Act, known as ESSA. This is critical as funding decision-making has dramatically shifted. Now, states are in control over the usage of funds and have greater flexibility. Our grants tool enables you as sales and marketing professionals to view grants at a state level. However, if you do not choose a state, all states will appear. Now, we need to align your products and services for the best grant match. The best way to fine-tune your search is to align your products to the ESSA clusters. If you need to learn about clusters, please check out the Resources tab for a description. Please note, if you do not choose, all clusters will appear and you may end up with too many grants. Also note, your solution may appear in more than one cluster. Below clusters are two funding categories: formula and competitive. We like to remind folks that formula funds should be your first priority in a funding strategy. These are funds that have staying power. They come to states and districts every year based on a formula, an allocated amount that districts do not have to compete for. They receive them based on factors such as number of students from low socioeconomic status, limited English proficiency, learning disabilities, and others. Remember, these are grants also. Competitive funds have a limited pot of money, but sometimes very large, and applicants must compete. The best proposals based on a set of criteria win the dollars. Usually, when we think of grants, we immediately go to this category. We recommend that you start with formula first, competitive second. That is a sound and best practice funding strategy. RFP Match on Demand allows you to filter for both. If you choose nothing, both will appear. Now, let's scroll to the top. Next to the word grants is a number that represents how many current open grants are in our system. And they have all been vetted by our team. As you can see, there are a lot of funds out there. The green bar below grants contains several key words we would like to make you aware of. Program is the title of the grant. You can change the view from ascending to descending by clicking the arrow next to program. Type means federal, state, corporate, foundation, or other. Our research team is updating the tool every day, so please be on the lookout for new grants that match your solution. Deadline is the date the grant is due. Notice the grants start with the most current upcoming date. By clicking the arrow, you can see grants further out, which allows you to create a funding strategy to work with school districts. Note, grants leave the system when the deadline passes. And award. This is the total amount available. Specific program grant amounts, if available, appear in the additional information section. So let's move to that. Now, let's talk about grants. You don't need to be an expert or even know much about funding. RFP Match on Demand is going to help you. When you click on a grant, you get some basic information immediately. The clusters that it aligns to, states, category, purpose, and eligibility. But suppose you want to know more about the grant. Let's click on View Grant. Now a new window pops up. You can see additional information about the grant and a web link to the website where the grant application is being offered and where your customer can apply. Now for a little disclaimer. we will be viewing grant opportunities that may not be in the system when you do your search. This is due to the dynamic nature of our tool, which removes grants upon their expiration automatically the very next day. These are examples of grants that were available at the time of this recording and for training purposes only. Let's look at an example. Let's say I have a STEM solution and I'm focusing on California. Click CA under States, click Instruction under Clusters, and click Search. Currently, we are seeing 76 grants. Now I want to build a marketing campaign, so I'm going to search for grants that are in the future. Click on the arrow next to Deadline. You will see grants listed in a descended order. Today, I'm seeing a grant that is dated September 7th, 2022. Let's scroll down and see what else is available. Advancing Informal STEM Learning, AISL, may catch your eye as it has the word STEM in it and has a $44 million award. Notice the due date is November 6th, 2019. Let's click on the grant to get some basic information. Click on View Grant to see the website where the grant is hosted and additional information that may be helpful in marketing this grant to your customers. Let's click on the Visit website to view the original grant. Now, suppose I want to formulate a list of these grants for my clients, use them to forecast, or to create a marketing campaign. Click the back arrow in your browser to take you back to your search result. At the bottom of the page, to the right of the search box, is an Export Grants tab. Click that to download your grants in Excel. Now, you have a way, as we like to say, to show me the money and to get a funding alignment quickly at your fingertips. You can also use the search filter at the bottom left side of the page. Note, funders describe grants in broad terms. They do not tell you the solutions they are looking for. You are the solution provider, and you must now think in terms of what problems you are solving, because that is what funders are asking for. Your search must be broad. To help you with keyword searches, go back to the Resources tab at the top of the page. Click View Documents in Well-Rounded Resources. Scroll to the bottom of the page and click Well-Rounded Keyword Search and download. RFP MatchOnDemand has so much more to offer than just current grants. Current grants are being proactive, but opportunities can come from awards too. Remember, most federal competitive grants are anywhere from 3 to 5, even 7 years of funding. So as districts receive awards, they become great lead opportunities. Let's click on Insights at the top of the page. As an example, let's look at the 2018-2020 School Transformation Fund awardees. Click View Insight. Under Recommended Action is a list of awards. Perfect for targeting leads. Let's try another. Click on View Insight under the award for $17 million awarded for teacher quality partnerships. Click the web address under Recommended Action to see the list of awardees. This is another great marketing strategy. But wait, there is so much more. Inside the Insights tab, go to the search text box at the bottom left-hand side of the page. Type exactly this, Funding Insight Library. Click View Insight. Under Funding Insight are links to Dr. Love's crash course on professional development and funding. Although this system is built on ESSA legislature, it also encompasses the expertise of Dr. Paula Love, whom is renowned in the industry as the funding doctor. She has over 46 years of consulting from in the classroom to the boardroom of the most successful companies in the world, including Apple, on best practices in funding. Here you will find short snippets such as understanding funding, developing a strategy, marketing insights, and preparing for meetings. We believe you will find a vast amount of knowledge here that will help prepare you to have better conversations with decision makers. Now let's go to trends. There are national trends in educational funding. It allows you to look into the crystal ball and see where funding is going. This is great for future product development or releases. Let's view funding the bookend of education. Click View Trend. Another feature of the tool is to get a glimpse of all funding for a particular state. Go to the State tab at the top of the page and click State. Select the state you are interested in and click. Here you have a snapshot of the tool from the state perspective. We hope you found this video helpful in navigating all the resources available to you at RFP Match on Demand. If you need additional assistance, simply click on Contact Us under Links at the bottom of our site and fill out the quick form or email your Funding Success Manager. Thanks again for subscribing to this virtual funding tool. We know this tool will empower you to be the hero with your clients, allowing you to change the competitive landscape by helping schools to find funds for your solutions. Let us know how we can help, and best of luck to you and your team.